You've spent decades working, loving, raising families, and carrying responsibilities that sometimes felt heavier than your own soul. You've been a friend, a partner, a parent, and maybe even a caregiver for others. You've sacrificed your time, your energy, and your dreams for the sake of others, but after 65, life changes. This is the season where your time is more precious than gold. Your health is no longer something you can take for granted. Your peace of mind is priceless. And your freedom, it's your greatest treasure. Today, I want to tell you something that might sound selfish, but it's not. It's survival. There are 6 things you should never sacrifice for anyone. Not for family, not for friends, not for anyone. Once you've reached this chapter in your life, this isn't about being cold or unloving. It's about protecting what you have left, because if you don't guard these 6 treasures, you could lose the very things that make life worth living. 1. Your health, your true wealth. 8 minutes. Once you cross 65, your health isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. Yet many older adults put their health last, especially when loved ones need help. I've seen grandparents skip their medical checkups to babysit grandkids. I've seen people delay surgeries because they didn't want to burden their families with medical bills. I've seen older adults ignore pain just to be available for someone else's needs. But here's the truth: if you lose your health, you lose your independence, your joy, and your freedom. No one benefits when you become bedridden, constantly tired, or in pain. Keep your doctor's appointments, every single one. Eat food that nourishes you, not just what's quick or convenient. Stay physically active, even if it's just walking around the block or doing stretches at home. Protect your sleep. You are not lazy for resting. You are recharging the only body you'll ever have. Remember this: if someone truly loves you, they will want you healthy, and if they don't, then sacrificing your well-being for them is a price you should never pay. 2. Your peace of mind, the silent lifeline. Peace of mind is invisible, but its absence is loud. After 65, stress hits differently. It's not just an emotional strain, it's a physical one. Elevated stress can trigger heart problems, high blood pressure, and weaken your immune system. I know people who get dragged into family dramas that have nothing to do with them. Others feel pressured to mediate fights between children, in-laws, or relatives. You have to ask yourself, is this worth my peace? If the answer is no, a step back. Limit your exposure to negativity, even if it's from family. Set boundaries with people who constantly bring you problems, but never solutions. Practice saying, "I love you, but I can't get involved in this." You've lived through enough storms. At this stage, you deserve sunny skies whenever possible. Your peace is not selfish, it's self-preservation. 3. Your independence, your right to choose. Independence isn't just about living alone, it's about making your own decisions. Too often, I see older adults slowly give up their independence because they want to make it easier for others. Maybe you stop driving, even though you still can, because your family says it's too dangerous. Maybe you let others make financial choices for you. Maybe you stop traveling, stop trying new things, stop learning, because you feel like you need permission. But independence is freedom of choice. You work decades to earn it. If you can still manage your money, keep doing it. If you want to try something new, from painting classes to online dating, go for it. If you can travel, even just a short trip, do it. Giving up independence too soon makes life smaller, and you deserve a life as big as your dreams allow. 4. Your financial security, the shield against worrying. Money isn't everything, but after 65, it is your safety net. Unfortunately, many older adults give away their financial security out of guilt, pressure, or emotional manipulation. I've heard heartbreaking stories of seniors who gave large sums to adult children and ended up struggling to pay for medicine, or who co-signed loans and then were left responsible for debts they didn't create. Your financial stability is not extra, it's what keeps you comfortable, safe, and stress-free. Never feel guilty for saying no to requests for money you can't afford to give. Avoid making quick financial decisions under pressure. Protect your assets, wills, and accounts from potential exploitation. Your money is your independence. Once it's gone, it's very hard to get back. 5. Your time, the one thing you can't get back. At 65 and beyond, time becomes the most precious currency you have. And yet, many people spend it on things and people that drain them. Ask yourself, who or what truly deserves my hours? Don't spend hours listening to complaints that never end. Don't waste days doing things you don't enjoy just to please others. Say yes to experiences that make your heart happy, and no to obligations that feel like chains. Remember, you are not obligated to spend your golden years making everyone else comfortable. You've done enough of that in earlier decades. 6. Your happiness, the spark that keeps you alive. Happiness at this stage isn't about constant excitement, it's about finding meaning and joy in the everyday. But it's shocking how many seniors give up their happiness to avoid rocking the boat. Maybe you stop seeing a friend because your spouse doesn't like them. Maybe you give up hobbies because they're a waste of time. Maybe you stay silent about what you want because you don't want to cause conflict. But if you're not happy, life becomes a countdown instead of a celebration. Do the small things that make you smile: reading, gardening, singing, painting. Be around people who lift your spirits, not those who dim them. Speak up about your needs. Your happiness matters just as much as anyone else's. 7. Your self-respect, the core of who you are. If there's one thing that keeps a person standing tall, even in their later years, it's self-respect. Yet, sadly, I've seen so many older adults allow others to treat them in ways that chip away at their dignity. It might happen subtly, an adult child speaking to you as if you're a burden. A friend constantly canceling on you because they assume you have nothing important going on. People making decisions for you without asking, as if your opinions don't matter anymore. But here's the truth. Age does not make you less worthy of respect. It makes you more deserving of it. You've lived, you've experienced, you've survived. You've earned the right to be treated with kindness, patience, and honor. Protecting your self-respect means speaking up when someone talks down to you. Refusing to accept roles or situations where you're treated as less than. Surrounding yourself with people who value your wisdom, not just your presence. Never apologizing for setting boundaries that preserve your dignity. I know it's tempting to let things go to avoid conflict, especially with family. But every time you allow someone to treat you poorly, it sends a silent message that it's okay, and it's not. You are still the same person who worked hard, built relationships, overcame obstacles, and made sacrifices for others. You're not just an old person, you are you, and you matter. If you lose your self-respect, you lose the anchor that keeps you steady through life's waves. Hold it tight, guard it fiercely, because once you protect your dignity, everything else, your health, peace, freedom, and happiness, becomes easier to defend. Life after 65 can be the most peaceful, joyful, and freeing time of your life, but only if you protect it fiercely. Your health, your peace, your independence, your financial security, your time, your happiness. These are not negotiable. They are the treasures you've earned after decades of giving. Hold them close, guard them well, and never sacrifice them for anyone. Because this is your time, and you deserve to live it fully.